먼저 한국에 계신 팬분들께 인사 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
Hello, Korean fans. I didn't know I had Korean fans, but hi.
라이온킹이 초연된 지 무려 20주년을 맞아서 인터내셔널 투어가 한국을 방문할 예정입니다. 많은 국내에 계신 팬분들께서 기다리던 순간이 이제야 이루어지게 됐는데 왜 이렇게 오래 걸렸나요?
Good things take a long time.
아,
You have to imagine that our tours are really kind of traveling villages. They're like a moving city. There's hundreds of people involved, tons of scenery and props and costumes to travel around. So for all these years, we hadn't been able to figure out a way to do that. It took a long time, but we're here.
yes. Finally.
Yes, finally.
네, 뮤지컬을 싱가포르에 가서 보고 왔고 그게 제 인생 최초의 뮤지컬이었습니다. 그래서 사실 그 현장에 가면서도 과연 이 애니메이션을 뮤지컬이라는 무대에서 제대로 재현할 수 있을지 되게 좀 의문스럽기도 했었는데 오히려 전혀 다른 방식으로 표현하고 있다는 것에 굉장히 감탄했습니다.
That's wonderful to hear. The great achievement of the Lion King, of the musical, is that it was able to transform what was in the original animated movie into something new. Each of them, the movie is purely cinematic, as I was saying before. The stage show is purely theatrical. So I think that was the great achievement. Each of the two found the strength of its medium, film and theater. And they played with the tools that were available uniquely to that medium. And that's what makes it work in both. I think that's great to hear. Very happy.
사실 저는 영화에 익숙하다 보니까 가기 전에는 과연 이걸 어떤 부분이 달라졌을까 여기에 초점을 맞추고 갔었는데 막상 현장에 가서 보니까 말씀하신 것처럼 전혀 다른 경험이라는 것을 이번에 뮤지컬 라이온킹 덕분에 깨달았습니다.
I think that's exactly what's beautiful about the Lion King. It really plays to the strengths of the theater, of what's unique in the theater. That just adds to the experience. So it's not the animated movies here, the theater pieces here. Now we're going to have a new live action movie coming out too. And I think they will all coexist beautifully because it's each time the story gets told, it will be told in a different way that's unique to animation, that's unique to live action, that's unique to live theater.
저는 이제 뮤지컬 라이온킹 덕분에 살아있는 공연이라는 게 뭔지를 알게 돼서 아마 개인적으로는 더더욱 뜻깊은 기회였습니다. 애니메이션하고는 다르게 뮤지컬 같은 경우는 배우분이 직접 그 동물들을 연기하게 됐는데 어떤 부분에 중점을 두고 표현하신 건지 궁금합니다.
It's not about animals at all. It's about humans, it's about people, it's about all of us. They're playing animals, but the human is always visible. So I think that was the key that made the Lion King on stage an experience that feels more transcendental because it feels, or you realize more easily that it is a human story and not a story about animals. Different cultures went into it. So there's Asia, there's Africa, there's the American musical form, there's European theater. There's influences from everywhere blending in, and so we all feel close to it, we all feel drawn to it.
개인적으로 뮤지컬도 그랬지만 지금 이 인터뷰하는 자리도 너무 색다른 제가 지금까지 전혀 몰랐던 세계의 이야기를 듣는 것 같아서 지금 마치 막 동화 속에 들어가 있는 것 같은 그런 기분이 생기네요.
Well, that's, as I said, that's great because that opens up a new world for you and hopefully you will be a big theater fan
예.
from now on.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. 애니메이션 버전과는 다르게 뮤지컬 버전에서는 라피키를 여성 배우분께서 연기를 하셨는데 왜 그런 차이를 두신 건가요?
First of all, because Julie felt with both Rafiki and Nala, she felt that in the animated movie the female roles were not strong enough. She wanted Rafiki to become the spiritual center of the show, which is a very different role from what Rafiki has in the movie. And so the inspiration were the African sangomas, who are like shamans who go from village to village, healing and sharing wisdom. In that role, that almost that role of Mother Nature is much more a female role. In her imagination, the imagination of the entire creative team, it just felt more appropriate that motherly, central role was to be played by a woman. I think it really is one of the big reinventions of the show in terms of storytelling is giving the female Rafiki that central spiritual place.
그러면 네, 펠리페 감바님께서는 각각의 캐릭터들 중에서 네, 뭐 특별히 애착을 갖고 계신다거나 아니면 관객들이 좀 더 집중해서 지켜봤으면 하는 캐릭터가 있으신지 궁금합니다.
That's a hard question because I know them all so well and I love them, but I think Rafiki is a particularly important character for what we were talking about earlier. It's that sense of a spiritual center. Rafiki is, in a way, the vehicle that helps Simba go to that place where he has to remember who he is and what is his place in the world, and reminds him that he has to be responsible for his actions. Go back, look inside, remember who you are, and I think that's powerful. So yeah, I would say Rafiki.
아, 내년에는 라이온킹을 실사 영화로도 만나게 될 예정입니다. 혹시 영화의 제작진 분들, 그러니까 뭐 존 파브로 감독이나 다른 제작진 분들께서 뮤지컬 관계자분들에게 어떤 조언 같은 걸 구하거나 논의를 가지셨던 적은 있으신지 궁금합니다.
I don't think it's a question of advice. I think my boss, Tom Schumacher, who was the producer of the animated movie and the producer of the Lion King, the musical, Tom has been in touch with them from the beginning. There have been conversations, but in the end, I think he and all of us feel it's important that the creative team behind the live-action movie has the same opportunity that the creative team behind the musical had, which is just let them do their work alone. Because I think they need to discover by themselves what their movie is. So I think it's a great opportunity to rediscover what this story can do on another platform.
와우. 네, 뮤지컬도 그렇지만 네, 말씀드렸다시피 네, 인터뷰도 정말 신기한 세계에 대해서 제가 몰랐던 세계에 대해서 많은 걸 알게 돼서 너무 감사했고 그리고 네, 많은 걸 배우고 갑니다.
I'm so glad to hear that. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
뮤지컬 라이온킹 덕분에 깨달았습니다. 되겠어요? 너무 웃기네.
Understood almost everything, but I need a... Oh, wow. I appreciate it. It's been a long day. Yeah. Check. Is she there?